In the beginning of this year, the New England Journal published an absolutely horrific article where they concluded that only clinical trial data has any validity, and anecdotal data or empirical real world evidence is not to be used to set medical standard of care.
And Dr. Zelenko, both you and I are old enough to remember a similar admonition that we received almost verbatim. And any of the rest of you who are younger physicians, I will just use 3 words: Women's Health Initiative. We were told we were witch doctors if we didn't adhere to the findings of that study, which turned out to be bogus. Remember that?
Yeah, sure, I remember. But I have a little statement here.
Yeah.
I would rather be empirically or anecdotally alive than academically dead. What I mean by that is, while I do support clinical trials, they take time. And that's one thing we don't have a luxury in the World War III global pandemic situation. So it would make sense to use the best available information in parallel with doing research. And will use the best bullets that are available now. If something better comes along, we can transition to that. But to wait and tie the hands of physicians on the front lines because you want to invalidate, because of the arrogance to invalidate real world experience. You know, human history has evolved not through clinical trial data. It evolved through trial and error and empirical data. You know, if I'm in the middle of the ocean drowning and I see a piece of driftwood, I don't need a clinical study to tell me that I should hold on to the driftwood. I may get a splinter, that's true,
right,
but at least I won't die.
And by the way, to be fair to our peers, most of them have actually been using these things. We've been using these empiric approaches to good effect, which is why we keep using them. And by the way, giving them to ourselves and our family prophylactically. I know people are doing that. So here you
Any
go.
smart doctor I know is actually prophylacting themselves or their families, or at least has a stash for themselves.
That's been my truth. That's been what I've found as well.